Thank you for watching the World Community Magazine's Hour of Power Live on Facebook with your host Edward McQueen and April Garner Davis.
Oh yeah, live, okay? We're going to be live until, well, not until, March 22nd. Yeah, it's going to be a time, my understanding, coming from our guest who's going to share a lot about history of Whittemore, which is, see, our title is the Celebrating the Members of Whittemore High School. So good evening, I'm Ed McQueen, I'm your host, and I'm your co-host, and Ms. April Garner is co-host of the program, and we're on every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Right here, WCM Live. And April, we're going to talk about this upcoming event. We thought it was important for the community to kind of get involved in this, and that's why we want to share it with the community on this broadcast. So we have some guests, a couple of guests who's going to share their memories of Whittemore High School. Let's put it that way. And before I get any further, we scheduled a number of people who for some justifiable reason, couldn't be on and had to cancel. But we are expecting to at least 3 people. And we have two here with us to talk about the Whittemore his history and something that a lot of the community, especially another generation, doesn't really know about. Maybe some of their parents are no longer here, or their grandparents are no longer here, but they're here, and but they need to know. All this leads into a legacy that is worth saving, and a legacy that's worth talking about for our upcoming generation. So, without further ado, April, unless you have some more introductory language or narrative.
I don't. You can take it away, and I'm going to bring on the screen Miss Shirley and Miss Clarice. How are y'all this evening?
Good.
Well, how are you?
Yeah, Miss Jones, you want to turn around for us, or can you turn it? That's okay. That's okay.
I was reaching. Sorry.
Yeah. That's all right. You're hiding good looks. That's what you're trying to hide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, this evening we have with us April, and you can jump in at any time, but we're expecting another person. It's Dr. Buddy Lee, our retired dentist, to be with us. But we have Miss Clarice Armistead and Miss Shirley Jones. Should I say, Miss Jones, you were an alumni of Whittemore?
Yes.
Yes, I can say that. And Miss Clarice Hemingway Armistead.
Yes.
Now, that's what everybody knows you after.
Right.
Hemingway Armistead.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's good. We're glad to have you all on to talk about it. We're not going to spend a whole, take up a lot of your time this evening.
Okay.
We have a little less than an hour for this program. So, Ms. Jones, you are the president of the Whittemore Alumni Association, the current Whittemore Alumni Association. Is that correct?
Still interim. Yes.
Interim.
Interim. Yes.
We'll take that. We'll take that. And let's just start with you first. You all have done some contributions to our youth in terms of scholarships. To me, I saw it looks very, very progressive, and from what I've seen for the past 2 or 3 years, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure the community appreciates that. I certainly do it. You've given a significant amount of money towards scholarships. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that and what you all have done leading up to this event that's coming on March 22nd? We're going to talk about that. Okay.
Well, we actually are really well to do with the scholarship program. We really kind of push that every year. And we do get a host of students that apply. Uh, and when they apply, they have to follow the rules and guidelines, and everything is sent to them. Or they can get it from the website
Right.
whenever they fill out
Right.
their application and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, we had a good trail the last year, last 2 years, I think. For one thing, we did provide, what was it, 16, 17 scholarships last year.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it was
Yeah,
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
well,
Almost my understanding is about like $1,000 a piece. What's close, right? Something like that.
well, most of
500.
them were. We had three that was different. We had the $2,500 one from class of '67. No, I'm
Right.
sorry.
Yeah,
Rules Mortuary.
mortuary. Yeah.
And then we had another one. Now the class of '67, they really pulled it out because they wound up doing two for us that last year.
Mm-hmm.
They did. They actually
Yeah.
did too. So hats off to them always because they stay in the loop with us. They're not.
Well,
They're
she's right over there gloating because Clarice Armstead. she's a class of '67, so she's
Yeah.
gloating. She's the one who need to talk more and give all a lot of credit to the class of '67.
Yeah.
but
Kudos
yeah.
to the class of '67, by the way.
Mhm. They I am amazed at what they do though. That class is a top class when it comes to supporting the alumni association. They go out and their members. I mean, they do a work to get their members to be a part of it.
Okay.
And I think we're about to work on a piece of the program about what was that, Clarice? You remember something that it was started to do? You are going to work on something for us, some kind of booklet, address booklet, whatever. But it's going to be combined so that
Uh-huh.
we'll have something at the next gala or at the end of the year. We will have a book this time, and we'll have addresses of all the loans we can come up with in the back, as well as what we've been doing with that. So we're trying to do a whole lot of things right now. One of our fund givers, one of our funds raising is going to be the giving project, where we do tiers, a couple of for 1,000 to 2,500, or whatever, 3,000. I think we got about. They're still working on it, but we should have it rated by Wednesday of this week. I mean Thursday of this week. But anyway, that would, and what we were looking at that as saying we have to do more fundraising too. We have to do more reaching out. So now we are beginning to do that. And when I heard when Miss Clarice had called me and was talking to me about what they were planning, I said that's great. I said that's homecoming. That's homecoming. Let's have it.
Yeah.
So I think we're looking forward to that. But yeah, we are still striving for best. We're doing well. We're going to continue to do well. But and the parents need to know that it is the season, and if the Facebook hadn't gotten that application process yet, they should be on by tonight or in the morning sometime, so that everybody who wants their scholarships, they can apply.
Okay. Well, I'm really want to come back to you and talk a little bit more about that. But I want to check with Miss Armstead here this to if she could elaborate on what the class of '67 has done for the past 3 or 4 years. The community needs to know that too. I mean, they do. It's right. It's an ardent endeavor, and I think it's appreciative, at least from our perspective here. That's why we have you all on. talk about that.
Okay. We started in 2023 with Miss Willie Dean Whaley. She was the first scholarship that we gave out. And we wanted to do something for Miss Whaley because we knew that she would be turning 100. But unfortunately, she passed before then.
Right,
But we
right.
still went ahead with her scholarship. And that year, we figured we could do a little bit more than 1,000, so we ended up giving 1,500. And then last year, 2024, it was just a little hiccup, but I talked to Shirley. We kind of straightened that out. So we ended up giving another scholarship in honor of Miss Whaley. And we did a second one in honor of Mr. Holmes because we had
Okay.
planned on doing his anyway.
Yeah.
And those two scholarships was also 1,500 apiece.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I talked to Shirley and I told her we'll probably do something this year too. Hopefully we could scale it up a little bit, but we'll see. But it, probably won't be less than what we've been giving. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't mean to skip over the subject, subject
Mm-hmm,
matter
mm-hmm.
regarding what on the March for what's happening on March 22nd. But
Okay.
and this was and really going to come back to you in a few minutes. But this event as promoted,
Mm-hmm.
they just call it the Fling, but it's it's going to be like an interim gathering of all Whittemore alumni as much as possible, I believe, and coordinated by Miss Mary Edna Jones. She's Edna Skinner. Okay, now so to make sure that everybody knows.
Okay.
So I thought it was that was a very creative, I'd say, endeavor that I I think was is much needed. You need to stay on the radar. Not just once a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But
Right.
and by her having this, in mid-year, that could be an annual thing itself. Okay, could
Well,
be an annual thing.
from my understanding, Mary Edna Skinner Jones, who you mentioned, and Miss Catherine DeWitt Benning got together and they decided, let's do something else besides just having something in December. So they came up with the idea of having, first it was like a cookout, but then they came up with the idea of having the spring fling
Right,
on March 22nd.
right,
And it's going to be from 12 until, and it's going to be located at 1005 Creel Street, and that's in
right. Yeah,
Conway. Um, they are charging $30 if you single, and $50 if you're coming as a couple, man or wife, or you might want to bring your if you are uh, male and you graduated from Whittemore and you might want to bring your daughter or your son or something like that, you can. And that's supposed to
right.
be $50. Now the
So
food that they plan on having is oysters. They planning on doing fried fish, which is spots and whitings. They also let you know that some people like to drink a little wine or whatever. So if you do, you can BYOB on that. And if you want to mail a check or, instead of doing the Cash App, you can send it care of Miss Catherine DeWitt Benning. And her address, if you want to take this down, is 721 Marion Street. And she's in Conway. Zip is 29526. Or you can Cash App myself, and that Cash App code is $RED WHS, all in caps. And far as I know, that's it. But they're going to be games and cards and a lot of interesting stuff for people to do. You're not just going to sit there and not do anything, be bored. So you have plenty of things to do, and just come out and have a good time. Hopefully we'll have good weather. And if there's any proceeds left after the spring fling, we're planning on giving that money to the Whittemore Alumni Association.
I know Ms. Jones glad to hear that. So,
Of
uh,
course.
so let's we looks like we've got Edna Skinner. I mean Mary Skinner Jones
Yeah.
with us. She's joining us, and the famous Dr.
Lee.
Dr. Buddy Lee.
Okay.
Can I say Buddy Lee?
That's me. How's everybody?
Not bad.
Good, good.
Now,
But
Okay, Doc. Good to have you.
Sorry for getting in so late. I tried to set up my laptop, but it's not It's not being agreeable. So I figured I'd just go on the phone.
Well, that's good. That's good. It
I
is.
just got to Greedville.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. You're good. You're doing good. Just don't leave us. Don't fall away right now.
I'll hang as long as I can.
Hang low as you can. Okay. So to the both of you, welcome. And we've got a crowd with us this evening, which is good. So we were talking before you all got on, and they were giving us a little history on their members of Whittemore and how and for example, Clarice was giving us a little background on the contribution in terms of scholarships that the class of '67 had done over the past since 2023, and Ms. Jones had given us some same kind of background with the Whittemore Alumni Association. Ms. Jones, by the way, she's the interim president of the Whittemore Alumni Association. Okay, for those of you who were not aware at the time. Okay, so Miss Jones, Miss Mary Skinner Jones, you're actually coordinating this event on the March 22nd, right? Unmute yourself. You got it? Can you unmute yourself? Okay. Well, you can while we're straightening up with those. While Edna's trying to get her stuff straightened out, we're going to talk with Doc. Doc, again, good to have you with us. If I'm not mistaken, according to yearbooks, you're the class of '58. Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct. And by the way, a young lady that just chimed in on our comment line, she's also a class of '58. That's Miss Shirley Wiggins, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They say, oh yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah.
Yeah, a few of us are still around.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna be around. Yeah, yeah, you're gonna be around. Everybody's looking good as far as I know of that class. So Doc, do you want to share anything about? I don't know if you're part of this committee on March 22nd or not, but Edna was coordinated that, and Edna kind of recruited you to come on. Did she give you the background of what you were going to talk about at Whittemore?
I didn't know I was supposed
No.
to talk about anything.
Yeah,
No, I don't
okay.
have any background.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Everybody else has something, and Edna's still trying to get her audio. So we go back to Ms. Jones, since you're the president, you're the interim president anyway. Yeah. So now that you've all got almost a consensus, or a few other people who can be very good contacts for for being a catalyst for more contributions.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Uh,
and that's what they say, that they would support the scholarship program.
and that's good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's
Glad.
very good.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Y'all doing a pretty good job over there. You and Miss Miss Lawrence, right? Lawrence Patton. All right. Is that correct?
Oh, yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's a treasurer.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's treasurer. She was kind of like the spokesperson at the last one. Okay, and she was doing a lot of speaking. So, if you can correct me on if I erred there
No,
on what her role is, but that's what we're looking at. Um, so, do you have what's on the agenda? Unless we missed something that you were talking about earlier, what's on the agenda for anything that you all are trying to be innovative in? I know at the last affair we had a ceremony of awarding the students who got the scholarships, and I was there. They were posing for photos on that, and that came out quite well.
it was
Came out quite well.
beautiful.
They were gracious to know that they had receiving scholarships, and they gave a summary of where they're going to be going, and I was glad to hear that. So what has begun now for securing scholarships for the other people? Is it too early to talk about that now?
Uh, not not
May is right around June right
Yeah,
around the corner.
it
So
is. Like I said, we're preparing the tier giving program, so
right,
which will go out to donors. We have a mail list of people who would donate to us. So we thought that if we did the tier, starting with $25 to 5,000.
right.
So that's what we've got. And right now, though, we're getting ready to. Sharon Jones is the scholarship chair now, and he's taken over because we thought we thought that Veronica could help us in other positions. So now she's over fundraising.
Veronica Gerald. I mean,
Yes,
Floyd.
yeah,
Yeah,
Floyd
sorry
Gerald,
about that. Yeah,
Gerald Floyd.
Jeff Floyd. Yes.
So, and they're both excited and trying to get it all done. Um, she come up with something every week, saying we're gonna do this and we'll do that. Um, we did have something that we were going to plan for the month of, I think it was April or May. But then another organization with the same name pull up something ahead of us. So we thought, no, we'll put it aside. We'll wait. So don't want to put too much Whittemore one time out there in the street. But anyway, they we're doing well with that. As I say, the students are now is just the scholarship program is now open, and it's and we've talked to some parents as well. He's already been to the schools to talk to the guidance counselors and everyone. So we're hoping for a successful year with that as well. So yeah, we're doing good. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing is trying to find the way to get the money. And we do not. We only had the one fundraiser for the last 2 years, but we want that fundraiser to not be a fundraiser. We want that to be the moment of appreciation of
Yeah.
year. Yeah, at the end of the year program, and not waiting for money. And so we're going to do the tier thing, which will go all year long. And so when we go with that, we are hoping that it will be a success, and I think it will. So yeah.
Okay. That's I'm really appreciative of that, and I'm sure our audience is also. So, Ms. Umstead, the
Mhm.
how many members you all have active that that share in this effort of getting contributions for your scholarship program?
Well, we send out letters to everyone we still have addresses and stuff for. We either contact them through Facebook because we have our own Facebook page, or we'll send text messages out to those that we don't have that are not on or don't are not on Facebook or
Right.
anything like that. So we'll
Right.
just text them. But the number I would say is we usually send out 75 to 100 letters, but I'm going to say we have maybe 55 to 60 participants that actually participate.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And they all love that class?
And they're all of that class, yes.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And when we're doing the scholarship, I mean, it's not, for other classes that want to do that, we only ask for $25 from each person, but usually, we get over that because a lot of people will send in more, and stuff. But, we only usually just ask for the 25. So if you push your mailing and stuff to everybody, you'll come up with what you want, your goal.
Right. That's great.
Excuse me, I'm still trying to be brought up to date. What class is that?
Class of 67.
Okay. I know you did something last year, I think.
Right, from Mr. Holmes.
Right.
Yeah, and well, we actually did 2 last year. We did Mr. Holmes and Miss Whaley, and then the year before we did Miss Whaley.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does that, is that a sub under Whittemore Alumni that's completely separate or what?
Well, what happened the first year when Annis Austin was still living, we did it under the Whittemore Alumni Association. And, everything was done under them. Because what we do is we contact them and we tell them what we are looking for. So when we did Miss Whaley's, we contacted her and we told her we were looking for someone who was going into economics or design or something like that, because that's what she was. So last year we came back to Shirley and we told her for as far as Mr. Holmes, we were looking for someone that was either science major or wanted to be in science or mathematics or something like that. And we got the person. Usually they pick their people and we usually ask them to give us a participant that they did not give a scholarship to. And then that person we take under our umbrella and give them a scholarship from our class.
Okay. Where does Shirley fit into this? Is it your class or Whittemore Alumni?
Class of 69.
Oh,
Okay, that's another class.
yeah, she didn't want to say that.
But Shirley is.
I'm trying to identify or get acclimated as to who's who, and this is new to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
We go to Shirley because Shirley is now she's acting president of the Whittemore Alumni Association since Annis Austin Staley passed. So I reach out. That's why I reach out to her. But she just happened to be a member of the class of 69.
Okay. Yep. Okay, I guess I'll catch up. I'm still a little confused. But what did you say Edna was doing now?
Edna is doing what she considers a spring fling. And she's not like taking away from the Whittemore Alumni Dance that they have every year in
Mm-mm.
December. She's
Right.
doing something just additional, like for the spring, because she was like, why wait to December
Yeah.
every year to have something? So maybe we could do something in
Can you hear
the,
me now?
yes,
Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
So
Y'all can
explain
hear me
to,
now.
yeah, explain
Okay.
to
I am so
Dr. Lee.
sorry. I know the electricity had went out in my neighborhood, so I don't know if it interfered or what. But I want to kind of go back and give you an overview of how all of this got started. It wasn't just me. It was a group of us that came together, myself, Kat Benning, uh, Earlene Williams, and we were just talking about all the funerals that we go to every year. And wouldn't it be nice just to see each other and just have some fun and love on each other? So that's what we decided to do. So I began to ask other people to invite other people. At first, we thought we would do good if we got 25 people. At least we would see each other. So it's kind of growing a little bit. And what we decided was everybody love oysters, everybody love fish. We wanted to keep it reasonable because maybe some seniors, older adults on fixed incomes, and they wanted to come. So I started asking older adults to come as well. So we got started that way. The food is going to be catered because Mr. Hughes made a phenomenal statement because we were talking initially about cooking the food, and he said, we too old to do that. Let's just get somebody to cater it. So we did. We got someone that would cater it, and so we kept the prices low, and we're looking for as many people there as possible because I would love to see you. I've talked to some people that I hadn't talked to since I left high school. I see people
So
at
look,
funerals. Huh?
we. I know you love to see people. We love to see your face. So look down
Can't
into the
you see?
camera.
Can
Look
you
down
see
into the
me?
camera.
Yes,
look,
I'm looking
look,
into the
look,
camera.
look.
Wait a minute. Listen at me. I don't have no makeup on. I just jumped on. You know, I have to get fine to get on.
Well, now you're good. You're good. You're looking at the camera, which is good.
But
Just
anyway,
stay focused.
we just started coming together, and Mark May is on it, Doris Gore, and Clarice, of course. And so we started talking about it, and that's the main focus. And we said if we had money left, we wanted to donate it to the Whittemore Alumni Scholarship Fund, and that's why I contacted Mrs. Jones. And the other thing I thought about, because this year we're doing it, we want to come together. That next year, if it's done, let it be done under Whittemore alumni. All of us would volunteer to help. This
Yeah.
is not a new organization. We're not in it to make money. We're just in it to have fun.
I think having an interim alumni gathering has always been on the radar. Not always, but it's been on the radar for a long, long time. But nobody just bothered to pursue it other than just talking about it. And you know, I don't know what to say. Why not? But it's just to keep the legacy on the radar.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than just once a year. you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I certainly applaud your endeavor there, what you're doing, Miss Skinner Jones. So yeah, certainly applaud that, and everybody. I think you're going to have a pretty good crowd. I really think so.
Yeah.
And that was the one of the reasons I noticed, and I know for myself, I would not drive to the beach alone by myself at night.
No.
And just talking to people, I just kind of talk to people in the community to find out why we weren't getting the participation like we did, say, 10 years ago, because I used to go to the one in Washington and the one at Myrtle Beach. And some of the reasons I heard was riding to the beach at night. The other things I heard, well, the young people took over. Well, they should, because we dying out. I mean, really. And then what was the other reason? It was at the beach, it was at night, and nobody knew who was in charge. No, I'm being very. I'm giving you all of the barriers to success,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope with this that people may want to even donate even more money. That everybody could come together. I support the Whittemore alumni, always will and always have. So my suggestion, and I'm gonna put it out there. Y'all know me. That if you have something next year, why couldn't you have a picnic one day and have a banquet someplace in Conway? You get more people. I'm just saying.
Well, you will get more
Yeah.
seniors, that's for sure.
So are the young people that's coming, are they Whittemore alumni or are they descendants?
Descendants, a lot of them.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what they, and eventually the alums, when we all pass away, the legacy is going to have to carry on.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's
Mm.
That's true.
that. So we got to be like it. But
Got to have them all.
one of the things about the younger people coming on board, they don't have the passion, and we can't blame them because we didn't tell the story
Mm-hmm.
that we have for Whittemore High School. Look at Dr. Lee, the first African American dentist in Conway, South Carolina. Nobody's telling those young people that story. They need to know the story. I don't know if it's getting them together. If we want them to carry on the legacy, we got to tell them the story as
The
to why.
story. Mm-hmm.
Well, well, when you start dealing with the first and all that kind of stuff, well, I don't want to, just want to bring up something that could you probably could use doing one of the galas, and that is which something that I haven't seen being done yet. Interject a gathering for example, a health fair or something. You know, either the day before, like that, or the same day, but maybe a few hours before, and have something that's really gonna. I mean, I know the gala benefits the community too, but give them something extra. You know, maybe have somebody like Dr. Lee, a retired dentist, come in and talk about dentistry, stuff like that. Okay. We have, but some of the things that are really tearing up our communities, like diabetes and high blood pressure. Let's have some physician come in and talk about that.
Well, uh, all of that is very good because what Miss Mary was saying, now I hear what you were saying, and now it sounds like we have to boost up the spring fling. We're going to do something different, like maybe like you say, have a workshop or something on that Saturday, 2 days. We're going to use 2 days instead of one. We can do something
Two
like that.
days.
No, the same day. You start earlier. Okay.
Yeah,
You
you
could do
I mean,
can,
okay.
that's
but
just a
Mm-hmm.
proposal. Just
that's the I
that's a
was just
thought.
throwing that out just to say that yeah, we can do something different uh, to encourage and more people will come depending on what you're offering. Though you got to make your dinner table advertising so that they'll say, "Oh, I like that. I'll come back." So yeah, that's a good idea. Whenever y'all they called me out, my thing was, oh my goodness. I said, and we were talking about having a retreat. That's what we were talking about having. But the spring thing it can be a retreat if you go more than one day.
Yeah.
Let me ask a question. Harold Hughes brought up, and I've talked to someone in Charleston and Georgetown, and I think Harold attends the one in at Wilson in Florence. They have a day like if we do the spring clean pickup, and I heard Clarice talking about how her class donates money. Each of their classes there, they put up tents in
Mm-hmm.
Florence, and you could pay like whatever amount to come in, and you could go from tent to tent. And brother Everett, that may be a place whereas you can have those like the Simon Health Fair. They have
Mm-hmm.
people there with different health screenings or whatever. You could have all of that there under a tent.
Yeah, like We wouldn't want to rush it, but like 2 days instead of 1 day or
Yeah, it
half
would be
day.
2 day event. Do that
Mhm.
spring fling that Saturday. Have those tents there, and have the people. Like the one we did here. We gave out different information, like on the scholarships, what's available to you, and it worked out well. You'll get a lot of people coming.
Yeah.
I think this one that's coming up on the 22nd. I'm
It's
optimistic. I think it's going to be well attended.
I
It's
think
because
so.
it's new. First of all, it's new.
Right,
It hasn't been
right,
done yet. It hasn't been done
right.
yet. And let's give the people some logistics that I think may be beneficial for everybody, and that is the where this place is that is going to occur. Okay.
Man,
Uh,
before we do that, can we back up a minute?
okay.
I'm confused again. I just heard the 22nd, and early on I heard March the 28th.
Oh no!
No,
You
it's the
want to tell them what the
22nd.
28th is about?
I don't know.
I
What is
mean,
it?
The spring fling is the
I'm hanging
22nd,
on
but
for dear life, but I'm trying to. A lot of things are being thrown in, and I'm trying to coordinate as to what is what and what is when. Like I said, I've heard March the 28th, I've heard March the 22nd, and then we talked about the Whittemore Alumni weekend. You know,
the
That-
spring fling is on the 22nd. The 28th, I don't know what's
I don't
happening
know.
on the 28th. And then they did talk about in December for the Whittemore Alumni Dance, but that's always in December.
I know that.
Yeah, and so this new thing that they're trying to do is going to be on March 22nd.
22nd.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And he may have got, because I've gotten he probably referring to February 28th, when we were bombarded with things on the 28th, not the shock. That could be what he's referring to.
Okay.
Okay.
What? Yeah, you all know what we all what it we brought supposed to come on for, and that was to um, kind of broadcast or propagate. I like to use that word, propagate information regarding this fling. I keep calling it fling, but it's spring fling with that you're calling it. But promotion itself says something like that you all were going to go over some of the memories of Whittemore, and maybe that promotion was in error,
No,
but it was
No.
not.
no. What we said, do it like remember when.
Okay.
Okay, like remember when, say for instance, everybody know, how many people know that Willie Great became a professional football player from Whittemore High School?
I do.
Yep.
Do
Look, a
y'all
lot
know
of people.
that?
I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll tell you why. If a lot of
Well, that's what
people
I'm saying.
know
You ask
is
ask
because
the question. You ask the question like that, and you could
Hmm.
win prizes from the
Yeah.
questions that we said. Do you remember when? Who knows this? Or do you remember Mr. Pearly Brown? Stuff
Oh
like
yeah. I remember
stuff
him.
like that.
yeah. Well, you didn't explain yourself. I was about to give you some
Go
explanation as to
ahead.
why really great, but okay, I'll buy that.
No, go
Uh,
ahead. Go ahead with
no. That's
why you
good. That's
said
good.
why were you saying the people didn't know about Willie Great?
I think they do now because his there's a mural on the wall at the fitness center of really great on the wall, a huge one.
But how many people go to the fitness center?
A lot.
But I'm
They
saying
have.
a lot of young people need to know
Yep.
that. That's what
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
saying. You
Them,
want the
a lot
young
of them go
people to
there.
know.
They do.
Which
Trust me.
fitness
Well,
center you talking about now? Not the city, Conway City Fitness
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah. Right on Mill Pond Road.
Bro,
See, I've never been in the building.
oh, okay.
Well, we're looking for young people anyway.
no, but
Okay. Thank you. I go to fitness center at Conway Hospital.
Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't mean it like that, Doc.
And then we were
It's
asking like,
okay. Well taken. I got another
Yeah, yeah,
birthday
yeah.
tomorrow.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, it's
yeah.
okay.
Congratulations.
Happy birthday.
Every day it helps, man. You know, just
Yeah.
Amen.
it's a milestone, and you're part of the legacy. You're part of our growing up.
mm-hmm.
You know, So every day we see you, every day we know that you exist, adds value. So, but
Thank
anyway,
you.
yeah, our time is approaching now for ending this program. But look, everybody, I hope that the audience and our viewers have gotten something about this, especially for what's going to be happening on the 22nd. So, Claire,
Ed,
yes.
I didn't see the whole message, but I think someone came on with the last name Bellamy was saying something about he didn't go to Whittemore, or he didn't graduate from Whittemore.
He requested
I think he
this.
might be under the
Yeah,
impression that he's not welcome at the Spring Fling. I'm not sure.
But I thought it was if you attended Whittemore High School one day, because a lot of people had to leave
Right.
and go to Conway
Yeah.
High. But
Yeah.
they did attend Whittemore High School
Right.
for a
So
while.
that's
Well,
why I was
they-
like,
we do
maybe
call
he's like under the impression he's not welcome, but he is welcome.
No, we if you ever attend it, but you're well. I mean, a lot of members have not didn't graduate from Whittemore, but the Whittemore, and the key word in that on the website is if you attended
Right.
Whittemore, you are an alum. And, you know, they use that because a lot of them it wasn't by choice. A lot of them left.
That's true. But I think going forward and when we have the Spring Fling, I think these are some of the discussions that we may want to have, because I feel that the more people buy into it and
Yeah,
they give their
I like that.
opinion, I think it will grow. And I think maybe in the future you could have something, because I would
yeah.
have events here and I would get the school to bus kids in. So maybe in the future, this is something that you could just have a big thing and just have some of the alumni from Whittemore. And I'm not sure a lot of people know Dr. Lee in Conway. I mean,
Yes.
the younger generation.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
No, the younger ones.
Right, and those are the kind of things that we want to keep alive. Okay, that because that's to them it's a role model, whether they know it or not.
Oh
Okay?
yes.
Okay.
But remember,
He's-
Brother McQueen, when you gave out those, the Hall of Fame, and you had it over at the Whittemore Middle School,
yes.
okay, the superintendent of, I guess, Conway, he came up to me and he said, my God, I didn't know all of these people went to Whittemore High School. He said, these kids need to know that.
Oh yeah.
And how many years ago was that? But he said, these young people need to know that. And
This
he
is
was
almost-
excited.
Yeah, almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years ago. Wow. Yeah. Okay. All right. Does anyone have any last remarks that before we have to wrap this up now? I hope it's been effective and have some impact on the March 22nd attendance.
Mayor,
Please,
we can get
please
it.
let the people know that they don't have to, in order to attend, they don't have to be a Whittemore alumni.
No, they don't have to be there.
And,
The legacies are welcome. He's a legacy.
Right.
They're all welcome.
Yeah.
I think they were just reaching out for the oldest because they don't come out like they used to. So,
But we were looking at from, what was it, 1870 to 1970.
1970.
That range.
100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So look, I'll start from the left of me. Miss Armstead, you have any last minute words you want to expound on?
No.
Encouraging words about the upcoming event or whatever.
Well, on my part, with my class, I have classmates that's coming from Tennessee, Virginia so far. So I think it'll be well attended by the class of 67.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's good.
I won't
Glad
know
to
about
hear that.
class 69. A lot of them are right here, so I believe they will show up.
Right. That's good.
And
And
I would just like to thank everyone for taking that great interest in the Whittemore Alumni Association Scholarship Program. Education is so expensive anymore,
Mhm.
and I don't know if they get the knowledge that they're paying for. But so but by everybody coming together and wanting to do this, oh yeah, I'm gonna be calling on somebody. But and to Dr. Lee,
Yes, dear.
I think you know of me. You always speak to me when you see me, but
Mm-hmm.
I am the daughter of John Wesley Bellamy.
I know.
You said you didn't know.
so, is that like Mr. Bellamy? He was the
John.
yeah.
He was a commerce teacher.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
he was a relative of my uncle.
he was he was what now?
He's a relative of mine. My uncle
Oh,
he related to Nolly Marine, I think.
okay.
Hmm.
Those are yes, we are related to the Marines.
All
All right.
right. All right. So, Doc, you got any last minute words you want to talk about? I'll say.
No, not in particular.
Yeah.
This time,
Yeah. You can't promote your business anymore.
I do want you to call me because I need to be brought up to date on some things. I still have a couple of questions, but I don't want to burden the group tonight with those.
I'll call you.
Okay,
I'll give you a call.
because I've been getting things from the street committee, and
You ain't supposed to
that's
listen to the
always
street
helping.
committee.
Huh?
You ain't supposed to listen to the street committee.
Right. That's why I want. That's why I want somebody to call me.
Uh,
All right, Doc. Okay, and you, Miss Skinner Jones.
All I want to say is put the boots on the ground. Tell everybody that you can. The ticket, we put a cutoff date on the card of the 8th
eighth.
to
Yeah.
call in to do what you can, because we got to let the caterer know if it's not the 8th, at least the next week. We want to let the caterer know the middle of the following week how many people we anticipate attending. So
Okay.
the other thing, you will be able to win prizes there too. So with the games that we're playing, we're going to play, someone said they want to play some bid whist and bingo. So we'll have prizes to give away, and people are donating prizes. Some people are donating money.
All right. So I'm going to say the last word in here. I'm going to say the name's going to be changed to the annual Whittemore Fling. How's that?
Sounds good.
Good.
Sounds good.
Or Spring Fling, or your annual
Spring.
Whittemore Spring Fling. Yeah.
They will
Okay.
keep it for the spring.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So look, we want to thank everybody for coming on this evening, and a lot of information has been gotten out, and a lot of the information that needs to be absorbed by our viewers, and hopefully it's going to have some impact on the upcoming event. Again, now that's March 22nd, right? That's on a Saturday.
On
Yeah.
a Saturday, 12 o'clock until, old people probably leave early. 12 o'clock.
You keep saying old people. What
I'm
what
just
age
playing
people
with
talking
you.
about?
Gotta get that nap
Yeah, yeah.
When I look at this cadre on this afternoon, I wonder, what do you consider old people?
in.
If they get much older, somebody will have to bring them.
Oh, we talked about that too, that people who couldn't drive let their relative drop them off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And Conway is just a circumference of about 6 miles. Diameter. I'm sorry. 6 miles.
I
Anyway,
just drove all the way up here. And I'm old people.
Hmm?
I mean, I'm old people, and I just drove all the way up here.
But isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, man, that's good.
I
That's
guess.
good.
A
You
blessing.
know. Okay, so look, I hope everybody, everyone has a good 7 or 8 days until our next broadcast. Hope to have you all listen to our next broadcast. Next
Will
week we'll
do.
have another guest, and Godspeed, God willing. We'll see you then.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Thank you all. Have a good one.
so April is still with us. So
Oh, April, we didn't do too bad, did we?
yeah, you know, April, can you put Miss Shirley Wiggins up there? Yeah, her comment. Yeah.
Dr. Lee, you can update
You can
me.
update me. Thank-
Somebody got to update me first. Last
And
week somebody asked me if I wasn't supposed to be in on a webcast. I didn't know anything about that.
yeah, well,
You know,
that seemed to be norm around here for a
That's
lot
normal.
of things. Yeah, it seemed to be norm around here. Okay,
So-
and April, this will impact Clarice's contribution for Miss Linda Carter Davis. Could you put that one up, please?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
what is Linda saying to me?
Yeah.
Clarice, will you let me know who I need to make the check payable to a Spring Fling? Okay, Linda, will do.
I think we may
All
need
right.
this. This is a suggestion. We may want to send those update cards out again.
Well, y'all can
Because all
talk
the
about that.
information is on it. Just send it to many people as you can.
Yeah. Okay. Look, it's been a blast. It really has. I mean, it's just a lot of a lot of information that's going to be impactful regarding attendance, and I'm happy about that. So I hope you all are also. Thank you all, Ms. Armstead, Ms. Jones, Dr. Lee, and Ms.
Thank you.
Skinner Jones.
and thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. You in April.
Yes.
Right.
We appreciate that.
Good night and Godspeed.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you for watching the World Community Magazine's Hour of Power Live on Facebook.